Let's be honest, 2018 was full of a lot of financial highs, and there were also a few financial lows. And I'm here to share how we were winning and also maybe failing with our finances in 2018. Hey guys, this is Marissa and welcome back to my channel, The Budgeting Wife, where we talk about budgeting tips that will help you win with money. I am super excited about today's video, and it is a collab that a ton of YouTubers are doing, and it was put on by Wendy Valencia, and a bunch of YouTubers have all come together and we are sharing our annual financial wins and fails for 2018. So after you watch this video, don't forget to head over and check out all the other YouTubers who are participating in this collab and see how everyone else's 2018 turned out with their finances. And if you're coming over to my channel from the collab, welcome. Again, my name is Marissa, and here we just talk all about how to master your budget, win with money, and be able to afford things that you want to do just by being able to plan for them well with a budget. And if you are new, I would love to have you as part of my YouTube family, so you can scroll down and hit that subscribe button. And with that, let's start talking about these 2018 money wins and money fails. So our first financial win is that we finished saving for our emergency fund. So we've pretty much been following Dave Ramsey's plan of keeping a starter emergency fund and then paying off all of our debt and then saving for a larger emergency fund, then the house, then the investing. You guys know the plan. So this was the year that we finished baby step 3 of the Dave Ramsey plan of finishing our 3 to 6 month emergency fund. So Jacob and I ended up finishing our $10,000 emergency fund in May of 2018. This was a huge accomplishment for us as we finished paying off all of our student loan debt in November of 2017. So this was the year that we were fully debt-free. It was our first debt-free year, which was so exciting. And so we finished that emergency fund as soon as possible. We have about 5 months of necessary expenses in our emergency fund right now. I know that by the time that we are homeowners and we're moving along in our lives, we're going to want to increase that emergency fund number. But for right now, that's exactly how much we wanted to keep in our emergency fund. Our second financial win was that we got to go on a couple really awesome vacations. And again, this is our first debt-free year, so we got to do a lot of fun things. And so we got to go to Hawaii in May. We went to the island of Kauai and it was amazing. And this was actually the first trip of just Jacob and I since our honeymoon 3 years ago. So it was really fun to just get to spend time with one another and go to such an amazingly beautiful place. And so we cash flowed that entire vacation and had it all paid for and taken care of. And we got to do a lot of fun things while we were there, like going to a luau, going UTVing, and even going on a catamaran sail along the Nepali coast, which was absolutely gorgeous. So we had a fantastic time. We also just got back from going to Disneyland. We got to go to Disneyland December of 2018, and it was the most magical trip ever. We've both been to Disneyland many times in our lives, but never during Christmas time, and it was always a dream of mine to go during Christmas. And so we went from December 7th through the 11th, and it was an amazing trip, and I'm so thankful we got to do it. So this was definitely the year that we got to go and like do a lot more things, and that's all because we were debt free. And so those, even though those weren't necessarily financial wins, I think that they were still a win for us, that now we're at the point in our finances where we get to do a lot more fun things. So that was a huge win for us. The next financial win is that we have saved for a car, and it's a very small amount, but we're figuring it all out still. So we finished saving $3,000 for a new to us car. Right now, as I'm recording this video, Jacob is in the process of selling his truck. He has a 2001 Tacoma, and we are looking at purchasing a 2013 Corolla. And the funny part of all of this is that the 2001 Tacoma is actually worth more than the newer Corolla, which is like beyond me. But Jacob is working on selling that, and we're hopefully going to be able to make a profit off of selling Jacob's Tacoma and then buying the Corolla, and then take that profit and put it towards another new car. I drive a 98 Camry, so my car is going to need replacing very soon. So we have some part of a car fund set aside. I think we're going to be adding to it a little bit more, but it still is super encouraging that we have the money set aside right now that we can sell one car and then have additional money to buy something a little bit nicer. So we are looking forward to that in 2019 of having hopefully new to us cars. Another financial win is that this year we opened a Roth IRA. So I now have a Roth IRA and we have been contributing $200 a month to it. So this has just been another great stepping stone in our financial journey of that now we're able to invest more. So Jacob and I both take advantage of our employer 401ks, and there we are able to put money in and also receive a company match. But on top of that, I'm also investing into a Roth IRA, and that is just because we have a financial advisor and we're talking to him about options, and that is what he suggested for where we are in our lives, and that is just for our specific case. So I'm not saying that you should be doing a Roth IRA. I would definitely recommend looking into contacting a financial advisor to help you walk through your finances and where you should be investing and what your financial plans and goals should be. But for us, this is something new for us in 2018, and I'm glad that we're taking the time to be investing and thinking about our future with saving money in this Roth IRA. In addition to that, another money win is that we have increased our retirement savings. And so we have been increasing the amount that we're putting into our employer 401k. Jacob has been increasing his a little bit more, and I've also increased mine a little bit on top of this Roth IRA. So we're just trying to figure out the whole game plan on investing. That's the new thing that we are working on. But in general, we have increased our retirement savings with the Roth, and then also a little bit in our employer 401k. And then lastly, the greatest money win I think for the whole year, and this is something that recently happened, is that Jacob and I both got promotions this year in December. And I did a video on that, which I'll go ahead and leave a link to up above. But we're just overwhelmingly so thankful and grateful for this new opportunity, and so we have new incomes for 2019, and it's just beyond what we thought we'd be able to do at this point in our lives, and so we're so grateful for that. And that has just been a huge accomplishment for us. We've both been working really hard at our jobs and taking on more work, so it's been a huge encouragement to get those promotions, and I am excited for 2019 to budget off of our new income. Okay, and now to talk about the money fails. So I recently did a video also sharing money mistakes. I'll go ahead and leave a link to that up above. And so a lot of these are kind of similar, but I do have some additional things in here that I didn't include in the other video. So the first fail was our tax bill, and I did share about this earlier, but Jacob and I came into 2018 and we did our taxes and realized that we owed over $1,000 in taxes. So we just withheld our taxes completely wrong in 2017, which was a huge bummer because ideally I'd like to come out right even with my taxes. I don't want a refund and I don't want to owe anything. So I like to come out like dead even, but this year was not the case. So we owed quite a large tax bill at the beginning of the year. And with that, we have also adjusted all of our tax withholdings for the rest of the year, and we're withholding so much more in additional taxes to make sure that this doesn't happen again for 2019. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. So not only were we hit by this huge tax bill, but then we realized that we were withholding taxes incorrectly. So our take-home pay has now gone down quite a bit because we were then withholding more from our paychecks for taxes. So that was kind of like a double whammy of you get the tax bill and then your next month's income and so on has gone down for your take-home pay. So that has been our taxes this year. That was a complete fail, that we were not paying good attention about our tax withholdings. My second budget fail was going to the chiropractor. So you guys, I am 24 years old, and so I am actually still on my parents' insurance, and I have divorced parents, and so I actually have coverage with my mom and my dad, so I have double coverage, which is a dream come true. So therefore I am not in charge of the insurance policy since I'm on my mom and my dad's, and so I wasn't asking a whole lot of questions about our insurance coverage types. So in previous years, it's always been that I could go to the chiropractor and get an adjustment and an hour-long massage, and I wouldn't have to pay anything, not even a copay, because of the insurance coverage that I have. And I could get like 20 a year, which is amazing. So I was trying to take full advantage of that this year for 2018. So I was going every few weeks, and I'd go to the chiropractor, get my massage and adjustment. It was just lovely. And insurance takes a lot of time to bill, and so the chiropractor was like billing my insurance, and then into about like April, he's like, Marissa, like this your secondary insurance like isn't covering this portion of it, like I don't know what's up. And insurance can be really complicated sometimes, so I was like, oh, it's fine, like just keep rebilling them, like they're doing it wrong, they'll get it figured out. So like a month and a half later, the chiropractor is still like, Marissa, it's still like not coming through. And so then I like call up my dad and I was like, hey, what's with the insurance, like is there anything that I should know? And he was like, oh yeah, like it changed, like we have a deductible now. And I didn't know that, and it's totally my fault for not asking those questions or being involved. But all this time I thought I was getting free massages and free adjustments, and I was just living this luxurious chiropractic life, and then come to find out, totally not free. So I immediately went to the chiropractor. I felt so bad. It's like this guy with a small business, and I therefore paid how much I had owed, which was all of the co-pays for all my visits. And so it was like a couple $100s. So I just thought that I was living this life, getting free massages. Turns out I owed money for it. So that was a huge budget mistake, just because I wasn't paying attention to my insurance coverage. And I've not gone to the chiropractor since like June because of this. And the final budget fail that I'm sharing with you guys today for 2018 is not budgeting for car repairs. This is always something that happens so infrequently for us, but then when it does happen, it's like a stab to the gut of like, oh, that hurt, that was a big bill. So in December, and you guys will see this in our December budget report, we had quite the car repair fiasco, and it totally was not fun. So with that, we didn't have to dip into our emergency fund to cover it, but we were able to cash flow it, and therefore we weren't able to put as much to our financial goal of saving for a house. So this next year, we are actually putting money into a car repair sinking fund, and I'm very thankful that we are, so that then we'll just have the money sitting aside and it won't be any sort of burden when things like that do come up. Again, I should know this, but car repairs, that's just something that always happens. And I mean, there are car repairs that come up that you weren't expecting, but there are things like tires and brakes that you know are going to be coming up. The one that happened in December was totally unexpected, but we still were able to cash flow it. But it just would have been nice if we already had money sitting aside to use for that purpose. So we are including that now in our 2019 budget. And I guess it was just silly that we never set aside money for that before. I think too, just thinking like, we drive older cars, I wasn't ever looking to put like extra money into my car besides just a routine oil change. So I just never budgeted for it, but now I'm realizing we just really do need to include it in our budget so that things like that won't feel like such a burden when they come up. So those are the highlights of our money wins and fails for 2018. Overall, it was a great year. We were able to accomplish so much, and I think honestly 2018 was like the best year of our lives so far. And I'm just so thankful of where we are in our lives, where we're living, with our jobs, with you guys being on YouTube. This is my first like YouTube year. I've been doing YouTube steadily now for like 8 months, so it's been a lot of fun and just like a really great year. So I'm so thankful for 2018. I'm so thankful for you guys and being here and watching my videos and just being part of this community here. And so overall, it was a great year, and there were some hiccups, but there's going to be hiccups every year, and we can take that and apply it to 2019 and hopefully learn from that. But I also know that 2019 we'll still probably have some hiccups as well. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Also, leave me a comment down below and let me know what is one money win and one money fail that you had from 2018. And also, don't forget to head over to everyone else's channels and check out their videos of their money wins and fails. I love hearing how everyone else's years turned out. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And with that, I will look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Bye guys.